Jub Jub says that he's been framed for a crime that he did not commit. He is currently out on bail of 10,000 rand for counts of 3 rapes and attempted murder. He says that he is innocent. Now, in one of the statements that he made, he denies that he raped Amanda Dupont and tried to kill her. All these allegations came out after Jub Jub had visited McG, and McG used the word smashed, which Jub Jub agreed, but he was basically saying that he dated Amanda before. According to the detectives that are investigating this case, they're saying that the two met back in 2006 through a friend named Rayleigh while Jub Jub was performing in Sandton. So Jub Jub said that he phoned Amanda the following day, and after that they started dating and even moved in together. The detective even adds that she says that while they were staying together, whenever Amanda's mom would come and visit, Amanda would ask or request that Jub Jub should neatly pack her clothes away so that her mother wouldn't find out or see that they're living together. Their love relationship grew even stronger as they even visited her parents back in Swaziland more than twice, because of Jub Jub was planning on marrying her. So Jub Jub says if the allegations are correct that he abused and raped her, he's asking why didn't Amanda make a charge against him while he was still in prison. Jub Jub says that Amanda was one of her dancers as he was performing at the Summers in Rustenburg, Sun City back in 2008. He says that he went to visit his mom back in 2009, and when he came back, he found that Amanda had left. The only thing that Amanda said was that he cheated as she left a note and also wrote on a newspaper article that he was cheating with Kelly Khumalo. And this was the end of their relationship, and he has not heard from her ever since. Now, the police also say that Amanda and DJ Sbu had visited Jub Jub while he was still in prison. So Jub Jub says that she only filed or opened these charges against him after he had mentioned that he dated her. Jub Jub has apologized to Amanda, and he says that it seems that Amanda did not tell her husband prior that she had a relationship with him, so by him admitting this might have contributed to their divorce. Jub Jub also says that if he had raped Amanda, why would she wait until he had made an appearance at the podcast only to open these charges against him? He says that Amanda had many opportunities to file these charges against him, and he says that even back then when he cheated on her, he never accused her of rape and abuse. Now Jub Jub says that Amanda was quoted in the media saying that she had been raped, and she was asked if he was a suspect, which she denied. So this is all from Jub Jub's side. According to Amanda, this is what she alleges about Jub Jub. She says that Jub Jub raped her several times, even in front of her sisters. And she also alleges that Jub Jub suffocated her several times to a point whereby she blacked out. She opened a case of rape and attempted murder against Jub Jub back in November last year. Now this is what she says in her statement. She alleges that Jub Jub first raped her at her Auckland Park apartment back in 2007. She says that she denied his sexual advances because she didn't want to have sex before marriage. She says after Jub Jub had first raped her, he then visited her again and asked to have sex with her, and when she refused, he raped her again for the second time. She says after this rape incident, she went to one of her male friend's apartment and told him what had happened. She says that this friend of hers asked her to pray with him because he didn't know how to handle this. She says as she was walking back to her apartment, Jub Jub was swimming in a complex pool, and he started laughing at her and said that I told you that I was gonna get to you. She further said that within the same year, 2007, her younger sister was sleeping on the floor at her apartment while the other, who was 11, was sharing a bed with her. She says that Jub Jub was there in the apartment with them, and he jumped onto the bed and raped her in the presence of her sisters. So despite all these rape incidents, Amanda says that she then moved in and lived together with Jub Jub in the house that they rented in Basonia. So she says that the rapes still continued and Jub Jub would continue to rape her in the presence of her sisters. She then says that she fell pregnant with Jub Jub's child and she aborted, and they were twins, by the way, hey? She said she couldn't cope and she attempted suicide by overdosing on pills. So Jub Jub continued raping her until she attempted suicide once again. She says within the same year she was sitting on top of the bed holding a plate of food. Jub Jub walked in and smacked the plate out of her hands. And he started punching her, accusing her of cheating on him. He then put his hands on her neck and started suffocating her until she could not breathe anymore and she blacked out. She then kicked him and he fell against the cupboard when she ran out of the house and went to the police station to lay a charge or the case against him in Mondio police station. Now, Amanda, if this is true, then the police should be able to provide us with this report because of you went and made this report to the police. So I believe that this will be good evidence to support your stories because as it seems now, we just don't believe what is happening here. So now here comes Kelly Khumalo with her allegations now. Her charges are domestic violence and rape. Kelly Khumalo says that she fell pregnant with Jub Jub's son back in 2009 and she then moved in with him in 2010. So she says that while she visited Jub Jub after he made bail during that accident which took several kids' lives, they then engaged in an argument. So Jub Jub pushed her against the wall and strangled her and she was 8 months pregnant. She says after this fight, she then started experiencing serious abdominal pains and she had to be treated in a clinic back in Sandton. She says the second incident occurred when she was filming back in June 2010 for Rhythm City. She said Jub Jub accused her of cheating with one of the co-actors as he came to pick her up. So he started slapping her. He then apologized to her and she accepted the apology for the sake of their child. Now after a while, she says that in 2010, Jub Jub then punched her so hard that she hit a door frame and injured her nose. She also says that in 2010, Jub Jub then hit her again with a fist on her lip, which caused a scar that remains to this day. She said she had to go to a doctor back in Basonia to get her lips stitched. She says that also back in 2010, Jub Jub hit her again, saying that she was giving more attention to their child than him. As a result, their son, who was only 3 months, sustained a scratch on his forehead. She also adds that Jub Jub would hit her mom and her sister. She recalled of an incident that happened back at her mom's house. She says that Jub Jub wanted her money as well as the keys of her car. When she refused, Jub Jub hit her with a glass on her head. She says an ambulance was called to attend to the incision caused by the glass. She says Jub Jub would spit on her face and call her all sorts of names. Now further, when it goes to the rape allegations, she says that Jub Jub once took out a pillow and suffocated her with it. He then raped her while he was suffocating her with this pillow. So according to Kelly Khumalo, these alleged abuse, they started back in 2009 all the way to 2012 because of, she says that she recalls of another incident where she was visiting Jub Jub and Jub Jub started assaulting her back in 2012, accusing her of cheating on him again. Now, of course, this has to go in court and we can't wait to see how this plays out. But the timing of it is a bit sketchy. I mean, why would, after all this time that these ladies had while Jub Jub was in prison, if they were scared of him, he was in prison, then why wouldn't they make those charges against him while he was still back in prison? Why only after he admitted publicly that he dated Amanda on the McG podcast, and now Amanda goes and lays these charges against him? The timing of it is a bit off. This is what I have to say. So yeah, we can't wait to see how this plays off, but I believe that this case should be and will be dismissed, just as Lady Zama and Java's case. So yeah, that'll be all from us, and please do subscribe and check out the next video as well. Bye.